I've quit. So this is my first vlog, and I'm kicking off with some exciting news that I've quit my job. I'll talk about how I quit my job and why first. Then I'll go on to what I'm doing next. I'll talk about the channel so far and what sort of videos I've got in the pipeline and where the channel is heading, the direction, frequency, all that sort of stuff. So I work 4 days a week. I'm an analyst for an organisation with 3,000 to 4,000 people. I can't really say who, you'll see why. And a few weeks ago, out of the blue, they said, if anyone wants to take X amount of money and go because you don't agree with the direction we're going in, I jumped at the chance and it's all been agreed. I've got, at the time of filming this, I've got 3 more days. The final day will just be taking my equipment back into the office. A final trek into Birmingham, which I don't really enjoy. And then that will be me done and dusted after being there for 8 years. So why did I quit? Why did I jump at this opportunity? And what am I going to be doing? Well, I mentioned in my first ever video that I had a heart attack about 18 months ago, and then more recently my mother passed away. So I've developed a sense of urgency to enjoy my life and do the things that I enjoy doing. I don't enjoy office work. I sort of fell into it after uni and I've been stuck in it for 20, 30 years, whatever it's been. I've never really enjoyed a job. I've just sort of had varying levels of it's okay and it's really bad. But, you know, you have a wife, kids, mortgage, all those sort of life things that mean you've got to bring in that steady income. Now, I've still got all those things. No one's left me. But I've got a new sense of courage, shall we say, and an intent to do what I enjoy every day of my life. Because that hasn't been the case. My personal life's great, I can't knock any of that, but my work life, it's been the bane of my life. So when this opportunity came along, I looked at the amount, talked with my wife, went over every detail of what it's going to look like if I do leave, and I applied and they accepted, and out the blue the other day they said, right, you're going next week. So it was a real quick turnaround. This isn't a vindictive thing to me. I used to enjoy my time there. It's changed a bit over the years, but it's not a vindictive thing to me. It was open to all staff. So I've been made redundant in the past where I felt a bit more hard done by, but this is totally, the opportunity's there. Last October, I started really focusing on what I wanted to do. Call it manifesting, call it meditating, call it using your thought powers, call it whatever you want. But I was adamant that I would be out by spring. Today is the 2nd of April, so I'm not quite out by spring, but I'll be out. So that is the news that I've got. What am I going to do? Well, we've talked about it. I thought about getting another job. I thought about going part-time and doing the woodwork part-time, but I'm just going to go all in and start the woodworking business, ramping it up. At the minute, I'm doing bits and bobs for people because I work 4 days a week. I've got other weekend commitments that will soon be stopping, a West Bromwich Albion season ticket, and I'll have so much more time to actually bring the money in. I've been doing a few handyman jobs. I've built a couple of tables that have sold. I've been doing bits and bobs for friends, and then those friends have recommended me to their friends and family. So there's a trickle. I wouldn't call it an avalanche of work. There's a trickle of work. So it is a bit of a decision that means I will have to really get started. But I've sort of got till the 31st of May. So I've got nearly 2 months covered to get it up to a good point. And then I'll really have to hit the ground running and going on. So things that I'll be doing to get that. I'll be getting this workshop in a good shape. At the minute, I'm doing a bedroom renovation that there'll be a video out for sometime. It would have been this week, but it's everything's just gone crazy lately. I'm surrounded by old bits of my bedroom that and old bits. I don't know what you can see, but I'm surrounded by so much wood that it's ridiculous. To think when I built that dartboard, I couldn't find barely a scrap to build it with, and now I've just got so much wood coming out my arse. It's ridiculous. So yeah, bedroom renovation, get that done. I've got to do bits on that today and build a couple of side tables. But there's a media wall that I'll put in the bedroom. I'll put a picture of it up there. That video will be coming out. Oh God, that was fun. So there's plenty of content to come. If you saw the cookie flattening video the other week, it's a right mess out there. So I'm going to be changing all that. I need proper wood storage. I need it decked. It needs to be, because I'm running out of room in here for wood storage. So I want somewhere out there undercover that wood can dry, or just at least rest until I'm ready. It's been about 11 weeks since I posted my first video. I've since done 13. I'm trying to do a weekly upload, Thursdays at 5 p.m. British time. And I've stuck to that so far, although it is a bit tricky, especially when you've got a load of crazy stuff going on in your life. But that may increase. I don't know how, but it won't decrease. So there'll definitely be one video. At this time, after 11 weeks, I've got 51 subscribers and I've had about 2,000 or so views across all the videos. So it hasn't took the world by storm. But the one thing that did surprise me is how much I enjoy doing it. So I'm going to keep doing it because I absolutely love making the videos, editing the videos, and doing all this sort of stuff. So it's oops. The times that I'm doing something creative, I'm happier mentally. When I'm not, that's when I don't feel so good. So plenty more content, plenty more videos. If you want to come along and see how this business goes, I reckon I've got 3 to 6 months of trying it out before it's like you need to get a job or you need to get something part-time. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, but I've been afforded this gift from the gods and I'm going to take it with both hands, rest assured. So if you want to see how it works out, please subscribe and let's get that 51 to 52. Come on, we can do it. I'm just going to quickly show you the amount of wood I've got recently from a little trip to the wood shack in Sutton Coldfield, which is a wood recycling plant. Watch this. I got this old oak worktop, kitchen worktop end that I'm going to be splitting down the middle and making 2 tables with for the bedroom. That was 10. This sheet of birch ply looks a bit riffy on camera, but it ain't too bad. That's 15, so that was 25. I know it all come to 60. This big chunk of oak and this big sleeper, so 35 quid to make up. So I think it was about 20 and 15 for those. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think it's a softwood. That's definitely oak. And I know there was this as well, this 2x6 no 2x8 length of pine, which nothing very spectacular, but it all comes in handy. So I think it was 10 15, that's 35, 15 and 10, or 10 and 15, or 50, you know, one of them was 15, one was 10. But anyway, it was a great place to go. I've also got these because we've totally gutted the bedroom, and they're the old things, the old bedside tables from the bedroom. There's an old door there that was some kind of ancient old fitted wardrobe. Now, I was going to chuck it, but I had a little scrape and I thought, oh, that's this could well be sort of 50, 60 years old. So it's more than likely pine, but I love the old pine, you know, before they started, not that pale pine you get in IKEA, but the old, you know, the old type of pine. It's just gorgeous stuff. I've also got a load of bed slats off the bed, chunky bed posts and headboards and all sorts. So as you can see, plenty of projects, plenty of videos, plenty of excitement, and plenty of saying the word plenty. So yeah, lots to do. I'm going to crack on and try and get a couple of nice bedside tables out of this oak kitchen top. And that is it. I hope you want to come along for the ride and subscribe and increase my numbers as time goes on. But as I say, either way, I'm just having fun doing it. So, you know, that don't mean you don't have to subscribe. You know, you can still help me out. It don't bloody hurt, does it? Thanks for listening if you got to the end of my rambling, and I will see you next week when I'm building a media wall. Catch you then.